again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I want to commend you. Reading all of these and all of the teams, this is a subject that I'm not familiar with. You educated me when I was reading your technical written piece. And that's really hard to do in technical writing, so congratulations on that. As I was reading and I was listening to your presentation, the one question that comes to my mind, you must have taken consideration of what's the cost. What will be the cost to produce that kilowatt of energy?
Well, currently, like the leading countries in this technology is Brazil and India because they also produce a lot of sugar. And right now, there is no set scale. And if I would have gave you a number, it would have been an extremely rough estimate. I didn't really want to do that. But if you want me to roughly estimate it, let's go back. Let's see. 400,000 acres, 200,000. I'd say like $500 million for all the 400,000.
For the entire?
Yeah, just for 15%.
Okay.
That's like a rough estimation.
You mentioned Brazil, and what came to mind is, I guess Brazil uses the sugar production to create methanol, and they're really big on that. Did you look at that and try to compare to this? Because Cuba generates, or used to generate, a lot of sugar. How do those two compare, and why is it successful apparently in Brazil? And why wouldn't it be successful in Cuba and supplemented by something like this?
The reason we didn't look at those other types of alternative sources of energy, such as ethanol or methanol, because we were focusing on hydrogen. The majority of the production of the sugarcane in Brazil, they do use it for methanol, but their new research is to extract hydrogen from that to power their, as a power source, as well in India. And a lot of the alternative energy, it's being done in Brazil, and in India, it's mostly the research. There's a lot of research that's being done in Japan, but they're mainly using it to power cars and stuff, rather than buildings.
Because it would ultimately be more efficient to create hydrogen than it would be methanol?
Because of the energy content in the hydrogen, yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would like to add to that. I did a little bit of research on it, and basically it's more of an instantaneous thing. Like you burn it, you get the energy, but really you don't get the maximum energy content of that product. So by getting hydrogen, you get more energy out of it, except you got to go through a little bit more complicated process, which isn't really there yet. But once it is there, this is going to be the future of energy. And the best way to actually do an MEC is you put it to the nuclear power plant at night, and then you store the hydrogen gas.
Question, and by the way, I did learn a lot also in your presentation.
Thank you.
And I enjoyed it. But I do have a question. Florida is a sugar-producing state, but I'm used to that during the production of sugar, you have the bagasse. During the downtime, you don't have the bagasse. Did you look at any other sources for the hydrogen besides the bagasse for the downtime that maybe bagasse is not available?
No.
Well, currently, like if you see Cuba's history, sugar is a really big part of it. So we know that they could produce 8.4 million metric tons of sugar. So that's just what we base it on because it's like a fact. Yeah, I guess you can look into other things too, but right now.
So you're storing the bagasse for over a period of time.
You could do, yeah. You could
store continuous power, hydrogen generation operation will need to spread either the bagasse available.
And the hydrogen, because hydrogen can be stored.
Correct, correct. And the utilization of hydrogen in Cuba, per se, You planning to use it for transportation, for
Our main-
power with fuel cells?
Our
or-
main focus was power to generate electricity, but there's research that's being done for transportation. As I mentioned, in Japan, they have this new cars. Sorry. In Japan, they have these new cars that actually run on hydrogen. We spoke to Dr. Veziroglu, who's pretty much, from what we heard, the go-to person when it comes to hydrogen technology. And he told us he'd recently been in Japan, and he got to drive this hydrogen-powered cars. And as he mentioned, and I quote, "It's like driving a plane." Yeah.
The United States did explore hydrogen for transportation, and what I know is that the tanks are pretty large, and the public, like the other team explained, hydrogen has a tendency of go boom.
Yeah, there is a skepticism when it comes to that because of safety measures, but it's actually relatively safe. I mean, it is explosive, yes, but so is gasoline. It just needs to be handled carefully.
Thank you.
No problem.
Very detailed presentation, very good. I just want to look at the chart that shows the sugarcane production on a daily basis.
Oh, okay.
And you kept saying about the 8.4 million that they were produced in 1990,
1990.
but I didn't see any recent production. I think years goes up to the year 2000.
2002, because they recently they greatly downsized their sugar industry.
That's what I really want to tell you. I think they have gone under 2 million nowadays. I mean, the production has has decreased dramatically.
From like 116 sugar mills to recently now only 26.
Right.
But the whole point is that it's there, you can do it, and it's available.
I just want to
you got to
make
break
sure
dependence.
you were aware of that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right, thanks.
So, but at this stage, it's all research. There's no active facilities anywhere.
Correct.
That's like a pertinent question.
Yeah, it is.
Well, thank you very much.